My mom used to call me Django when I was a little kid. All the time. Hey, Django, come to dinner, right? So, here we go.
What now, bitches? What now?
From the CNN poll, I'm not making this up, it's right from CNN.com. 43% of Americans still believe that Saddam Hussein was personally involved in the September 11th attacks on this country. 43%! 43% of Americans are dead wrong on a fact.
I think fundamentalist religious people that take it to this kind of extreme are the most immoral people in the world.
It's Obama, Osama.
By the way, that's what they're saying. This is goddamn dead serious. This morning, Limbaugh is talking about Obama, Osama. Who can tell the difference? They're saying the same things. Well, you know, how about religious fundamentalism of Osama bin Laden, okay? How he says the moral decay of America is the real problem. Well, that's exactly what Pat Robertson says. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what James Dobson says. That's exactly what all of these right-wing zealots, including Rush Limbaugh and Bill O'Reilly, say, okay? You know what that means? That is a colossal failure on the part of the press. There's no excuse for it. No. There is no excuse.
Of course there is. The excuse is that the people themselves have to have a curiosity about this.
No, they don't.
Of course they do.
It is the job of the press to inform the American people, and they have failed utterly.
Just the same as everybody else. No. They're not the same as everybody else. When you take stupid laws that don't make any sense, that aren't even in your Bible, it doesn't even say you shouldn't have an abortion in your Bible, and then you apply it to everybody, whether they are in your religion or they're not in your religion, whether they agree or they don't agree, and then some people die because of it, that's as immoral an act as you could possibly do. And why? Because no. Some Emperor Constantine, 1600 years ago, made a political document that he said Jesus might have, or Jesus' friends might have said 400 years before that. This is so stupid.
Between September 11th and today, do you know how many stories they've run on Jesus? About 88. Okay.
Billy Graham on the cover.
Okay, Billy Graham, Jesus, Paro, whatever. Religion. We love you, evangelicals. You know when Jesus died? 2,000 years ago. No, how many cover stories have they run on Saddam Hussein was not personally responsible for 9/11? Iraq had nothing to do with 9/11. How many cover stories? Zero. Not one. Zero.
And now we have these Neanderthals in America that want to take us back to these dark ages. Thousands of bills across the country trying to walk back reproductive rights. I can't believe we're having this conversation, and so many states, they're winning it. That's exactly what all of these right-wing zealots, including Rush Limbaugh and Bill O'Reilly, say. Well, how about them? They're goddamn terrorists. They believe exactly the same goddamn thing Osama bin Laden does.
They've said the same thing, that the reason the 9/11 attacks happened was because of our moral decay in America. Pat Robertson and Osama bin Laden have said the same thing.
And it's not
I guess they were working together.
It's not just Pat Robertson. George Bush says that.
And constantly, no, you have to do my religion. You have to do my religion. Fuck off. Why do I have to do your religion? I don't. I don't believe your religion. I don't believe it. Get it through your thick skull. I don't give a shit about it.
The television. You turn on, when's the last time? Blaring headline. Saddam Hussein, nothing to do with 9/11. Saddam Hussein, nothing to do with 9/11. They don't do it.
Absolutely. That's where I learned
story in USA Today. Bush says he's made America safe.
That's where I
That's the headline.
Well, okay,
James,
you're talking about one
within
story.
the article are never goddamn mentioned in the goddamn headline.
All right, you know, it's impossible to talk to you about
because
something.
Here, I'll show you.
You're not talking about USA Today. You're talking about one.
Show the goddamn paper right here, okay?
What does
USA
it say?
Safer, Bush says. Picture. Headline, USA Safer, Bush says.
Okay.
USA Today, you suck balls.
I don't care if it's fundamentalist Christianity, fundamentalist Islam, fundamentalist anything. It's voodoo. I don't give a shit. You're not going to run my life based on your dumbass beliefs.
George W. Bush, the same exact thing as Osama bin Laden. Two people can play this moronic third-grade game of schoolyard bully where I accuse you of being something like, you know, people used to do this all the time. Oh, yeah. And you're like Hitler. Right, I know. Hitler likes art, you like art, so you must be a Nazi. Look, this is the most fundamental, idiotic debating point, and yet all of America, not all of America, a large portion of America is falling for it because there is no opposition. There is no opposition. Not just the cable guys, the Democrats. Will you fight? Will you get out there and say, this is goddamn outrageous?
You are a terrible newspaper. You know what he did in that press conference yesterday and how we covered it? He lied over and over about how this is a war between Al-Qaeda and Iraq. It's not a war between Al-Qaeda and Iraq. It's a war between Shiites and Sunnis. Civil war that we're stuck in. And what does the USA Today incompetent losers say? USA safer, Bush says. That is a lie. They've done a terrible job. Every one of these editors in every major newspaper, in every major magazine, in every major television news organization should be fired today. 43% of Americans believe that Saddam Hussein was personally involved with 9/11. That is the worst failure of the mainstream press I have ever seen. Ever seen. And why do you think now 58% of Americans are opposed to the Iraq war? Do you know what that number would be if 43% of them didn't think Saddam Hussein did 9/11? That number would be like 3%.
But if you come to me, my sky god, I think, 2,000 years ago, told a fucking Bush, and he talked to fucking Moses, and then he said, well, there is a seed in your body, and then some dumbass Pope interpreted that 1,500 years ago as saying, hey, maybe you shouldn't do this or that, and hence, I'm going to let your wife die. Fuck you.
God, that makes me angry.
God damn it, they failed us. And if you're not angry about that, Michael, and any of you out there, then you're goddamn wrong, because you should be angry. Young Turks.